The Queen has postponed her Privy Council meeting after being advised by royal doctors to rest, Buckingham Palace has said. The 96-year-old monarch's latest setback will raise fresh fears for her health the day after she was pictured in a historic audience with Liz Truss, as she appointed her as the new Prime Minister. Royal expert Robert Jobson voiced his surprise the monarch did not make the virtual meeting. Speaking to the Australian morning show Sunrise, Mr. Jobson said, "I think something is afoot. It's not very clear and they're not going to give running commentary of the Queen, but the very fact they use the wording doctor's advice is slightly worrying. In all the other stories before it was simply advice and that the Queen would listen to people's advice, but the word doctors alarms me. The fact that it's a virtual meeting too. She's been very good at keeping in touch with people through the pandemic using computers and Zoom meetings." Read more. Queen has no choice but to strip Sussex of titles. The Queen has been pretty frail lately after making a huge effort. Image, Getty/Sunrise. The Queen has postponed her Privy Council meeting. Image, Getty. The very fact she can't even do that does suggest it's not quite right. They're not going to give us major information, but I know from sources close to me that she's been pretty frail lately. She made a great effort to swear in the new Prime Minister and see off Boris Johnson. The Queen remains at Balmoral Castle in Aberdeenshire and the latest advice does not involve a hospital stay. The nation's longest reigning monarch has ongoing mobility issues and had been due to hold the Privy Council virtually on Wednesday. During the proceedings, Ms. Truss would have taken her oath as First Lord of the Treasury and new cabinet ministers would have been sworn into their roles, and also made Privy Councillors if not already appointed as one in past. There is no constitutional issue with the delay to the proceedings, the palace said. The smiling head of state looked bright but frail and used a walking stick during Tuesday's audience, which followed a visit from outgoing Prime Minister Boris Johnson as he tendered his resignation. "Don't miss Meghan's lucky claim slammed you're living out people's fairy tales, video blowing steam out my ears." Aussie host dismantles Meghan's podcast, analysis Harry and Meghan lose final chance to visit Queen at Balmoral claim, insight. Trending royal family tree. Image, Express. It was the first time in her 70-year reign that the Queen has appointed a PM at Balmoral. The two politicians made the 1,000-mile round trip from London, rather than making the monarch, who has suffered episodic mobility problems since last October, travel back from Scotland. The Queen is on her summer break on the Balmoral estate, and not due to return until early October. With her hair neatly curled, the monarch, dressed in a blouse, cardigan, and a Balmoral tartan skirt, stood as she met Ms. Truss.